And so the question people will ask right away is, then how did we get here? How did we get into this mess with, apparently intelligent people at the helm? How do we get to this crazy lockdown environment, to these figures around the world of 6 million cases and hundreds of thousands of deaths, apparently because of COVID-19? How did it happen?
So I suppose that's why the carbon dioxide climate change debate is actually very interesting, because what happens is now that you have scientific areas emerging which are not challenged and based on false premises. And then funding agencies, start a funding application with, for example, carbon dioxide is the biggest driver of climate change, which it isn't. And so a lot of the money is funded into an area, and if you don't agree with that premise and write a grant with that premise, you won't get funding, and then you won't get publications, and you won't get a promotion. So what's going on now and why we're here is a lot of the governments worldwide do not have scientific advisors that are actually where they challenge each other. So what I'm saying as a lesson from the lockdown is we need to have open debates with, representation on public forum like the BBC or Channel 4, where before you would have a lockdown, you would give, equal time to various scientists with different opinions, and then that the governments would be informed for the pros and cons of the lockdown and why some of the data that the lockdown is built on, it came out very quickly that it was incorrect. And so what questions need to be asked is, why didn't they stop the lockdown weeks ago?